I found out that my partner's cancer was not real and he was just using his emergencies to sleep with other women, so I ruined his life. My partner told me when we first got together that he has cancer, and if his operation doesn't go well, it could be terminal. He said his treatments have also made him infertile, so imagine our shock and joy when we found out I was expecting at the start of 2024. We now have a beautiful 5-month-old daughter who is perfectly healthy and thriving, and he is in remission. My pregnancy was difficult and lonely because of all the intense treatments he went through while waiting for his operation. I did a lot on my own, knowing he desperately needed this to have the best chance possible of shrinking his tumor before having it removed so we could have a long, happy life together as a family. He is currently living with his man while he is in recovery, so it takes the pressure off me caring for both him and our baby until he is well enough to move into our new home with us. He still comes to our house, and we go to his mom all the time so our baby isn't missing him on Wednesdays. He has his daddy-daughter days where it is just the two of them to make sure they are bonding well, and he has the practice until he is well enough to care for her at home full-time. Last week, we had an attempted break-in at the house. I asked him to come over and stay here while I waited for the locks to be changed because I was scared, but he wouldn't. I was talking to his ma'am, too, who slipped up and told me he wasn't home. Long story short, this is Reddit. I'm sure you can see where this is going. We argued for over 24 hours before my suspicions became too much, and I went to Facebook. It took me less than an hour to find the first 2 women. During my pregnancy, I was suspicious of a lot of things and put it all down to my hormones, as he would continuously tell me that I was paranoid and hurting him when I asked. One thing my paranoia just wouldn't let up about was his cancer and his treatments. I asked his mom about it, and she told me he doesn't have cancer, but he has treatments. He has an autoimmune disease which he receives transfusions for. Very serious but nowhere near the terminal, and no operations are required. She also informed me he was in rehab, not a hospital. He was addicted to cocaine and was trying to recover for me and our baby. I never mentioned to him that I knew. I assumed it was the embarrassment of wanting to get clean without me knowing so he could be a good partner and dad. I was so proud of him for getting that help that I never spoke about it. With his autoimmune disease, his ma'am explained how brutal it has been for him and that he did have chemo a few years back, so maybe that's why he's confused. Pregnancy brain is a real thing, or maybe I'm just too blindly in love because I accepted this and never questioned it again. After discovering the first 2 women, I sent my partner a message telling him to let his girlfriend know I was asking after her and not to bother coming home anymore. I've had the locks changed since the break, so he can't get in. He panicked and started begging me to answer the phone and let him come see me so he could explain everything. I began to see everything through clear eyes for the first time and realized how long he had been gaslighting me. I told him no. Realizing he couldn't get through to me and now aware I was trying to contact his girlfriend, he panicked and went to her instead. During that time, I found a photo she had shared of the 2 of them and shared it with my profile with the caption, "Can someone please ask this woman to contact me?" She instantly blocked me, but her sister contacted me instead. The family had never trusted him and knew something was wrong. This affair is severe enough to have met the family. She says he has told her not to speak to me as I'm a deranged stalker he slept with once years ago and have been hunting him down. Trying to convince people my baby is his. I sent her a photo of the birth certificate and us in the hospital together to show her sister before he could lie to her anymore. During this time, I also messaged another woman who was furious at what he had done and was helping me with all the information she knew. She tells me he broke her heart by cheating on her without even knowing he was cheating on me, too. So far, I have the current timeline. Is chemo in March? A 19-year-old. Rehab in April to July? A woman of an appropriate age this time but also cheating on her. August. Now, his 20-year-old girlfriend. I then found out his emergency cancer medication that he had to leave for in the middle of labor was the fact my 2 failed epidurals, screaming in agony, begging the doctors to help because I thought I was dying. In contrast, the emergency team rushed in to place extra monitors on our baby in distress. It was just a huge turn-on for him, so he needed to sleep with a 20-year-old before making it back just in time to kiss me before I went into emergency surgery. This was Sunday. It is now Saturday the following week. I made a post on Facebook calling out my partner for his actions, with photographs, medical notes, and evidence, and asking people to leave me alone on Tuesday after 48 hours of no sleep, multiple calls to the crisis team, and a barrage of harassment from his friends and family who want to sue me for character defamation. If this were a regular affair, I'd lick my wounds and move on, but I have now learned I have been leaving my daughter alone with a substance addict who is claiming he doesn't know his daughter or me to others but demanding custody rights to me. Tens of women have now come forward who have also dated him during our relationship with no idea of me or each other. This is upsetting, but what upsets me the most is that I notice a very worrying pattern. He has told every single one of these women that he has cancer and can't get them pregnant. I said my labor and delivery was difficult. I was induced due to an infection I had. My GP had told me I had an STI, and although I understood and took the treatment and was induced, my madly in love pregnancy brain never accepted it as an STI until I went back this week and checked my hospital discharge notes, and it was there in big, bold letters. Sensitive, partner STI. He has been telling women that he has cancer and can't get them pregnant, so they don't need protection, which led to an STI that almost killed his daughter and me in labor, and he wasn't even there to be with us because he was sleeping with a young girl who also believes he has cancer. I decided to let everyone know that he does not have cancer by using a screenshot of his mom's messages. All the women he has slept with to make sure they take pregnancy and STI tests, all his friends who he has been guilting for years over his condition, and also social services and the police for intimate endangerment. Me and my daughter now have safeguarding in place for us from a local organization for women leaving abusive relationships, so I feel very safe to reveal the truth about him and make sure all of his partners are safe and informed, seeing as he couldn't uphold his legal obligation of declaring an STI. I guess his postpartum girlfriend will do it for him. I have also had contact with many of his old friends, band members, and ex-partners, who have all given me testimonies to use for the police and as a backup if his mother does try to sue me. This man has been lying and manipulating women for over 9 years. So far everyone is now aware of his lies, and I am waiting for my in-person meeting with the police. I can't imagine any updates from here as it will only be a legal battle that probably can't be shared, but if anything else of interest comes up, I will write about it. Oh, also, my partner is a primary school teacher.